Hi everyone, and welcome to my live creative time today. My name is Mandy Witherby from Mandy's Papercraft Creations, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. It's great to be here. I have got a really cute, fairly quick and easy project for you today. So I hope that you will enjoy that. So while everybody is finding their notifications that I have gone live, let me bring this up on my other devices so that I can see all of your comments there, and then we'll get started. All right, let's get this happening. Okay, and we'll bring it up over here. Just mute that so we don't hear everything in stereo, because that can be very annoying. So as you're jumping on, say hi, let me know that you're here. And if this is your first time watching, then let me know where you are watching from. Okay, there we go. Great. Okay, good. Everything is working. How is everyone? How was your weekend? What did you do? Did you do any crafting over the weekend? We had a fantastic day on Saturday afternoon. Here in Australia, but all around the world, Stampin' Up! Had their annual Onstage event for demonstrators. It's our annual convention, and it's always lots and lots of fun. So I spent the afternoon, it went for about 6 hours, and I spent the afternoon with my team enjoying the event. Now this one was a virtual event actually, but we enjoyed that together online, and it was a lot of fun. We got to see new product that's coming up in the January to April mini catalogue, and the January-February celebration. So we got sneak peeks on all of those. We got to order some of those early. We saw demonstrations, and there were lots of fun things that happened. Great music and little dance parties in between during the breaks, and yeah, lots and lots of fun. So so we made 2 projects as well as watching presentations. So I've got those to show you today as well. But we had lots of other great things to share as well. So we got this awesome swag box. Now I haven't shared my swag box yet. It's really heavy. We got this big swag box, and in there, the heaviest component, oh well actually it's at the bottom, so I'll have to show you when I get to it. But we had, so Stampin' Up! Was celebrating, or has been celebrating in the past year, 35 years of Stampin' Up!, which is super exciting. Well, this year actually is their 35-year anniversary. So we got in our box lots of fun stuff to help us celebrate at the event. So we got all of these cute little things. It's a beautiful Onstage banner. So we had photos with all of these. And then we had some cool, fun party celebration things. We had some glasses and a party hat. Hang on, how do I do this? Let's go this way. Let's see if I can get that. It's hard to do it when you're on camera because everything is reverse. There we go. So there's my party hat and my glasses. Just a bit of fun. Oh, and also a bow tie. So I can stick that down my shirt. Let's see if we can do all of this at once. So when I was trying to take photos yesterday, it was difficult because I couldn't hold everything and then also take photos. So get that one there and that one there. Oh, now I'm covering up my bow tie. It's hard to hold everything. I didn't plan that very well, did I? I should have stuck the stick on the other side of the hat so that then I wasn't covering my face. Anyway, you get the idea. So we had like little photo booths and lots of fun taking photos and just celebrating, being a little bit silly, because you know, being silly is fun sometimes too. Can't be serious all the time. We've got to have a little bit of lightheartedness from time to time. Otherwise the world would be a very boring place, wouldn't it, if we were all serious all the time. So they came in our packet. I'm not going to probably be able to get them back in now. Anyway, I might pop them back in later because that'll take me a moment. I don't want to damage them. We also got a really cool notebook. It's a really big one this time too. Usually with each Onstage event, we get a book as well, but this one was a really big one and it's nice and thick too. Great for me because I like to write lots and lots of notes. And then we got some pens, and I used this one on the day to take some notes, and it was actually pink ink, which is super cool because I love pink. And then we got a blue and a yellow. I don't know what color ink is in the yellow one because I haven't checked it yet, but we'll see. And then we got some cool socks, which have got the Onstage and Stampin' Up logo on them, which is really cool. Now, we had a very hot day on Saturday, so I couldn't wear my socks during Onstage, but that's okay. We got a little Onstage enamel pin, so I've got that to add to my collection. I should have worn that today, actually. Although today I've got my my turtle on. But yeah, that's really cool. And then we got, what else did we get in the packet? Oh, we got some really fun confetti. So I had that sprinkled on my desk. It's in gold and black glittered confetti, I guess. And there's different like geometric shapes, and then we've got the Onstage logo as well and some stars. So that was really fun. And then we got a big puzzle in a beautifully presented box. So I haven't done my puzzle yet, but I have seen that some people have done their puzzle. But there's their puzzle. So how cool is that? So that's something really special that we can keep, something to commemorate Onstage's 35-year anniversary. I don't even know how many pieces are in this. Does it tell me? Let's see. Let's see if it's on the bottom of the box. Nope. Doesn't tell me. I think when I saw it, when I saw it in the information, it might be 500 pieces or something. So that'll keep me busy. So lots of fun. Now, as well as that, I gave each of my my direct team members a gift as well. So I sent them a little gift packet with some yummies in it. They had some jelly beans and some wrapped candy. They had, what else did I put in there? A card. This is the card that we made for them, which is super cool. How awesome is that? So it matches the logo for Onstage. So every year there's a different branded logo for Onstage. And so when I create cards for my team for Onstage, I try to coordinate it either with the colors or with the design. But that was the box, and that's the card there. So how cool is that? See, matches. So that was a lot of fun. And then they had some tea bags in there as well. And because, you know, you got to have a cup of tea when you're crafting. And then I made a cool little nail file holder pouch, a little nail file pouch, which I thought if we get time today, I'll whip one of those up and I'll show you how to create one. Maybe we can even create it, and then I can show you how to create the actual pouch, and then you can decorate it however you like if we get time. So we'll see how we go. We'll do the card first and then see how much time we've got. So did I forget anything? I think that was it. Yeah, so lots and lots of fun. So it's really fun to share these events with crafty friends who are as passionate about crafting as you are and really can appreciate and enjoy these types of things. So yeah, we had a great time. Now I'm not seeing my comments come up. Where are they? There we go. There we go. Hey Rose, how are you? Great to see you. You're back from your little trip away? That's awesome. Yeah, it was so much fun, Rose. We had a really great time, and we created 2 projects as well. I'm going to show them when I tip my camera down, because one of them we're going to do a rendition of that but using different products. So that will be fun. Hey Fee, how are you? Great to have you here. So yeah, so we had, I'm just trying to think, did I forget anything? So much happened in the day, like it's hard to remember it all. And I just started watching the replay of the event again today because there were bits and pieces that I missed. and as I was chatting away and all those sorts of things. So yeah, so I'm going back and watch it, but also to relive it again because it was so much fun. So these are some of the fun things that you get to enjoy as part of my team and as part of the Stampin' Up community. So if you would like to learn more about my team, then feel free to get in contact with me. And if you want to know more about Stampin' Up in general or becoming part of the Stampin' Up community, then please feel free to let me know. To join Stampin' Up, you purchase the starter kit, and it is only $169, but you get to choose whatever product you want that are current to put into that, up to $235. And you still only pay $169. Plus you get free shipping on that starter kit too, so that's added bonus. And then you get an ongoing 20 to 25% discount on all of your Stampin' Up products. So super awesome. In fact, you even get that discount on top of any sales or promotions that are happening at the moment. So we have got one coming up starting tomorrow, the 14th. It's going to run from the 14th to the 16th. There it is up there. It's the seasonal sale, 14th to the 16th of November, and we get our Stampin' Up discount on top of these, our demonstrator discount on top of the discount that comes with this sale. So in this sale, you'll see down here, you get, I haven't memorized this yet, so I'll have to look. You get 10% off ribbons and trims. Now, the sale is on product from the annual catalog, so that's the big one. Okay, so it's products that are from this big catalog that are on this seasonal sale. So 10% off ribbons and trims, 15% off inks, which is awesome. So that's the inks, the ink pads, the refills, the Stampin' Right markers. So that's these ones. And also off the Stampin' Blends, which we're going to be using today. So that's amazing. And then 20% off papers, which includes your cardstock, your specialty papers, and your designer series papers as well. So it is a great time to save at the moment, or well, from tomorrow, the 14th, and stock up on all of those staple products that we use all the time. So be sure to look out for that one tomorrow. And be sure that if there's anything that you've had on your wish list that is in those categories that are on special, make sure that you grab them and get your orders in as quickly as possible, because some things might run out and become unorderable for a time until they can get them back in. But you don't want to miss out, because if the reorders don't come back in or the restock doesn't come in while the sale is on, you could miss out. So that would be sad. And there's no back orders. So grab it while you can so that you don't miss out and you don't get disappointed. But yeah, definitely a great time to stock up. So also too, if you are still creating any of your Christmas crafts or things like that, and you need those basic things like the ribbon, the cardstock, the papers, the inks, if you haven't got the right ink colors, or you need ink refills or whatever, then it's a great time to stock up then. So be sure to check that out. Now also too, don't forget that I've got my November tutorial bundle available. Now this is free for my customers when they spend over $75 and they use my host code. So this is my November 2023 host code. So make sure you use that in your shopping cart. You add it at the top of your shopping cart. And when you spend over $75, you will get this tutorial bundle for free. And there are 52 projects in this bundle. So this is the biggest one yet that we've had as part of the Crafty Collaborations group, which I'm part of. My project is in there somewhere in the middle. I did a Christmas, oh wait, where's my one on here? I've lost it. It's there somewhere. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, I thought it was in the middle. I did a Christmas project, so I actually used product from the mini catalog, not from the annual, but there are projects in there from both the mini catalog and the annual catalog as well. So yeah, but you can actually purchase this from me too. So if you're not a customer of mine, or perhaps you're a demonstrator yourself, you can purchase this for $28, which is a great bargain when you're getting 52 tutorials. So it's like 52 mini classes for $28, which is really, really cheap. So be sure to check out that seasonal sale tomorrow between the 14th and the 16th. But just remember to grab those items that have been on your wish list while they're still available before they sell out. Not saying that they will sell out, but they could sell out potentially, because a lot of people will be shopping during that time. So, and just expect there might be delays in delivery as well. They might fall a little bit behind because there'll be a big inundation of shopping tomorrow. So just be prepared for that, and over the next 2 days, the 14th to the 16th. So that's super exciting though, to get all those great specials. So I am going to be compiling my list this evening of the things that I want to stock up on too. Alrighty, well, we might jump into our project. Oh, hey Jenny, how are you? Oh, it's lovely down there in Kingston in Tasmania. Lovely. Oh, good. I'm glad you've got a nice day. I think the last couple of times I've spoken to you and Rose that the weather hasn't been so great down there. So that's good that you've got some nice weather now. We've got a fairly, oh, it was nice. It's come over a little bit overcast, which is a bit weird. It was nice and sunny earlier. It was supposed to be pretty warm today. So anyway, so I have got today my turtle brooch and my starfish earrings, because we're kind of doing a sea theme today, but we are doing a really quick and easy card, and using some product from the annual catalogue, and some of this will be on special during the seasonal sale in the next couple of days. So let me tip the camera down and we will get started. All right, here we go. All right, let me flip those cameras. Good, good. Okay, bear with me while I just get this set up. Okay, and I'll adjust the lights. I fixed my light on the weekend too. The shade of my lamp was threatening to fall off, so I had to pull it apart and tighten up the screws, and now it's good, because I was thinking, oh no, I'm going to need to replace this, thinking it was actually breaking, but the screws had just come loose on the inside, so I just pulled it apart and fixed it. So there we go. All right, now if you are looking for any of these products, or you want to shop in the seasonal sale, you can find my online store two ways. You can either go to my blog, which is mandyspapercraftcreations.blogspot.com, and click on the shop button at the top, or you can go to my website, which is mandywitherby.stampinup.net, and also again click on the shop button up the top. This is my November 2023 host code, so be sure to use that when you're shopping with me. And as I said, every order over $75 will receive a thank you gift. Alrighty, now before I jump into the projects that we made at Onstage, I just wanted to show you a couple of things. So yesterday, we had a visitor. It was actually Jake's girlfriend, and we were teaching her card making, and she absolutely loved it. She's done a little bit before, and I have given her a kit previously, and she really, really loved the kit. So I said to her, why don't you come over and we'll make some Christmas cards together, and we'll teach you how to make cards from scratch. So we just started out very simply, just focusing on designer series paper and sentiments, but these are some of the ones, and we all used different. So Amber and I were both crafting with her, and we all used different designer series paper, but I was using up some of my retired papers, and I mixed them with some of the current sentiments. So I just wanted to show you quickly, we just did some really easy basic layouts because she's new to crafting. We were teaching her about how to use the trimmer and how to cut your paper or cut your card base, and measure your layers and things like that using dimensionals, and we taught her how to do heat embossing, and she just thought that was absolutely magical and fell in love with it. So This was one of mine that I made. Really cute. I loved that paper when we had that. So again, all retired papers and ribbons, and we just used current dies and sentiments. So this was the one Amber made using this layout. And this is the layout that I was focusing on last week as well, if you remember, from that card sketch. So you can see how different they look, but using the same products. And then I created this one, which was really pretty. And then Amber created this one. So yeah, and these two weren't actually the same layout. Amber was just doing her own thing, and I was trying to follow a layout, but it wasn't working, and then I changed it up, and then it turned out that they nearly ended up the same layout, which was really funny. So there you can see that you can just use up your designer series paper that you have in your stash, and you can mix it with current sentiments, or you can use old sentiments, but use up what you've got in your stash as well. So it is lovely to have new products. And of course, you know, I love it when you purchase new products, but it's great to be able to use what we've already got too. So there you go. So I just wanted to share those with you. And pop them over there. And the other thing I wanted to share with you is the cards that we made at Onstage on Saturday. Now, I didn't have, they were using some brand new product that's coming up in the January to April mini catalogue, but I don't have them at the moment. So I changed it up. I did the layout that they were using with the same measurements, but I used the little ladybug stamp or bundle. So I used the punch and the stamp set, and I used some of the designer series paper from the annual catalogue, and that's what I came up with. So same sort of layout. I just did my sentiment a bit different, and I added an additional vellum circle just to make the little ladybug pop. So that was the first one. Super easy, really quick to create, and just did some tone on tone stamping to create some background there as well, which is really easy. So isn't that just such a sweet little card? Really, really cute. I realized afterwards that I forgot to stamp the black dots on the wings, which I forgot in the second one too. So I went back in with my Stampin' Right marker, my black Stampin' Right marker, and colored them in, but I haven't got to this one yet. This was the second one that we created. Again, I used the same layout, but just used the same paper pack that I was using for this one, and the same stamp set and punch. Yeah, how cool are they? So really fun, really quick and easy, but so effective, just focusing on those designer series papers. So today I'll show you where to find these papers that I've used, because we're going to use some of those papers today. And in fact, we're going to create this layout, but we're going to use a different stamp set and some different colors, but the same paper pack actually. So let me find these papers for you in the annual catalogue. So here's, if you're looking for cardstock and inks that are going to be on special in the seasonal sale, go to pages 122 and 123 in your annual catalogue, and you'll see you've got all of the colours there listed. Okay, now also too, don't forget we've got the assortment packs as well. So if you go to page 125, you'll see all the assortment packs as well. Now the bundles, such as the stamp set bundle and the ink bundles, the bundles are not on special during the seasonal sale, okay? So just keep that in mind. But the assortment packs, I believe, are part of the special. So, so that's where you'll find the assortments of the cardstock. But to find the designer series paper that I used, I just have to find it. Specialty papers on page 127, they are also going to be on special during the seasonal sale. They're going to be discounted. And then you get to all the designer series papers, and all of these are going to be discounted as well during the seasonal sale. Here on page 133 are the ones that I used. So these are the 6x6 designer series papers, and they come in each of the color collections. So we've got the brights, the neutrals, the regals, and the subtles. I've used the brights for this card, and we're going to be using the brights again today. You can also get them in the in colors as well. So this is the 2023 to 2025 in colors. And there's 4 patterns of each color in the pack. So we'll have a look at that. We'll have a look at those closely in a moment too. So that's where you'll find those products that are going to be on special. And then of course we've got our coloring tools. So you'll find in back here where we had the color collections. Color collections, you can find in each of these categories or each of the color collections, you'll find your ink refills and your Stampin' blends as well. Remember that your Stampin' blends come in a combo pack of the light and the dark for each of the colors. Okay. Except your ivory, you get ivory and bronze come together, so they're like a collection, they're like a color combo together, the ivory and bronze. We've also got the Stampin' Right markers. Now they are on special as well, according to the information. It said that markers and blends were on special. Now the markers come in packs of the color collections. Okay, you'll find them on page 125. Okay, yeah, and you can find them up here as well. There's the assortment of the colors up here. So they're up here and down here. Okay, so that's where you can find all of those things. If there's anything else that you would like to know what, where to find them, please let me know so that I can help you. And the stamp set that we're going to be using today, I'll have to look up because I didn't tag the page. It's right near the front on page 17. Now, of course, you'll find all of these things in the online store as well in the different categories, or you can just type in the search bar at the top of the page to find what you're looking for. Okay, so this is the stamp set and punch that we're going to use today. So it comes as a bundle, or you can purchase them individually. But remember, when you purchase them as a bundle, you will save 10%. So I always recommend that. So the circle saying stamp set is a photopolymer stamp set, and they're all shown at 100%. And this one was actually a Million Sales Achiever stamp set. So Jessica Taylor helped design this stamp set as her Million Sales Achiever set, which is super cool. Now, the coordinating punch is the 2 3/8 inch punch, circle punch. And circle punches are always great to have in your stash because you can use them for so many different things and with so many different products. So they're really amazing to have. So yeah, so that's what we're going to be using today. Some great samples in here as well of different ways of using that bundle. But today we are going to be using this stamp set here, and we're going to create a little ocean theme card. We are going to be using the Brights 6x6 designer series paper. Now you'll see that I've got a lot of chopped up bits here because I've been using some of this, and also when I was designing the card today, I changed up some of the measurements a little bit from this one, just a little bit. And so I had to recut a few things. But let me show you the different patterns. Now I've mixed all my colors up here, so they're kind of a bit, let me show you here with the pumpkin pie. So you get, I think it's a 48 piece pack. Let me check. It is 40 pieces. So you get 4 of each color. So each piece is double-sided, but there's 4 different designs. So you're going to get, let me show you with the pumpkin pie here. You'll get 2 pieces of each of these, okay? And each of these is double-sided. Okay, so you've got 4 designs. So you've got 2 pieces of each design, basically. Okay, and you get that in each of the 10 colors in the Brights collection. So that's your 40 your 40 pieces. Okay, so we've got some really fantastic colours in there. And that's what we're going to use today. So today we're using a bit of Azure Afternoon and some Daffodil Delight. Oh, I've cut all the daffodil up, I think. Some Daffodil Delight. We're using that one there as well. And then we're going to add in a little bit of grey cardstock and basic white cardstock. Okay, so that's what we are using today. Now, another thing, I was nearly going to use the Glorious Gingham. I was nearly going to use some of the Glorious Gingham with it because I thought we've got some of the coordinating colours in here, but also some of these other colours go really well. Now, this paper will also be on special during the sale, during the seasonal sale. I didn't point this one out specifically when I was showing you through the catalogue, but this one's got, is it the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different colours? Let's see, what have we got? Berry Burst, yes. Berry Burst, Blueberry Bushel, Lemon Lime Twist, Pecan Pie, and Pretty Peacock. And this is a 40-piece pack as well, but we've got the five colours, so you get more of each colour. And then these ones have got different gingham patterns. So you've got this one here and this one here on the other side. This one here reminds me of paper I had years and years ago when I was making Jake's baby album. Actually, very, very similar to this one. Because when I saw this, I thought, oh, wow, I should go back and finish doing Jake's baby album that I never finished. Because I could use this paper. So I have to make sure that I hang on to some of this so that I can one day get back to his baby album. Yeah, so this one is a little bit different in terms of what you get with each of the packs. So we each of the patterns. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 5. No, we've got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I think there was more. I think there was 6, 7, 8. I think there was 8. 8 5s are 40, right? I think that's right. I think you get 8 of each one, of each colour, and the five colours. So anyway, there you go. So there's lots of different options that you have that you can choose, and you can mix and match them, of course, too. Alrighty, but we're using the brights today. So here's our stamp set. You'll see it's a clear photopolymer stamp set. We've got the printed images there in reverse on the case so that you can peel off your stamps and you can actually just store them straight in the case like that if you like. And I do that with some of my stamps, and then other times I leave them on the plastic and just sit them inside like that. Okay, so on the cover they're shown at 85% just so they could fit all of the images on there. So when you get the stamp set, just remember that this isn't full size. When you open up the stamp case, you'll see the full size. Okay, so here's the image and here's the actual stamp. You can see the difference in the size there. Okay, so, all right, let's get started. So we're going to use this layout. As I said, I've changed some of the layers, but I've pre-cut some of these already. So we've got just a standard basic white card base. So whatever is standard for you, depending on which market you're in, whether or not you're using metric or imperial. I create with metric, so I will give you all the measurements in metric. So this is half of an A4 piece of cardstock. So it measures 21 centimeters by 14.85 centimeters. And then I've scored and folded that at 10.5. Okay. Then we have this piece. Now let me see my sheet because some of these are the same size as what we used for the event. So this one is 9.5 centimeters by 13.8, and again basic white, because we're going to adhere our cardstock to that and then pop that up on dimensionals. We're going to adhere our designer series paper. Then we have our pieces of designer series paper. So I've got the Azure Afternoon, and I thought this kind of, to me, resembles the water. If you're going that way, probably more so with the waves, but we're going to be having it at the diagonal. And this one measures 9.5 centimeters, and this is the one I changed the height of. So I created that to be a square. So it's 9.5 by 9.5 centimeters, which in inches is 3 3/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches. There you go. This piece here is 9.5 centimeters again, so 3 3/4 inches by 4.5, I think. Did I keep that one the same? Yes, 4.5 centimeters, which is 1 3/4 inches. And then I've got a little strip of smoky slate cardstock, 9.5 centimeters again, and this one was 3 centimeters wide, which is 1 1/4 inches. Yep. So I'll have all the measurements on my blog in the next couple of days, probably tomorrow or Wednesday. I won't commit to that because I've got a whole stack of things to do tomorrow and tonight, so I might not get it up there straight away tomorrow. But yeah, basically we're going to put those together, and then I did just pre-prepare one just in case, but I will show you how to stamp this. But I stamped the image onto my thick basic white. This is thick because we're going to be using Stampin' blends, and then I punched it out with my 2 3/8 of an inch circle punch, which I'm looking for. Here it is. 2 3/8 of an inch circle punch, and then we're going to color that in, but I will do another one with you today. So they're all the pieces that we need. We can put this part of it together. Now it depends on if I'm going to create the strip like this, but if you wanted to use ribbon, you would want to apply your ribbon to your front first before, if you want to wrap that around, before adhering that to your card base. I was nearly going to do that, but I think I'm not. But what we can do, well, I might change my mind, we'll see. We can start with these pieces here. So let me just put this card out of the way. And I'll bring in my multi-purpose liquid glue. So I'll get to the inks in a moment because we're just using some black Memento ink, and we're going to use, oh, I better get some grid paper actually. We're going to use a few different colors of Stampin' blends. So I'll go through those as we use them today. I want to try and get this done as quickly as possible to see if we've got time then to do the nail file pouch. All right, so very easy just to line that up with our piece of basic white. Okay, and then our yellow piece, we've got the same pattern on the back actually of this one. So it's the same piece of paper, just in the 2 different colors. And we're going to line that up with that piece and adhere that. That kind of represents the sun and the water. Now we've got this piece. I'm going to do a little bit of stamping on the background of this. I just want to show you how you can, oh actually no, that's right, I changed my mind. I was going to do some stamping on the background of this one because I did that on here, as you can see. With, actually we still could do that. We still could. Yes, let's do that, because then we can stamp our sentiment over the top. We'll do that like we did on that one. All right. So what I'll do, instead of doing tone on tone, however, I might use my Versamark because that'll give us a more subtle image. Just close that up. All right, we'll pop that to the side for the moment. I'm going to take out my seashells. Where are they? Here they are here. Now, because these are already curved, what I'm going to do is I don't want to stretch them out of shape. So I'm going to pop them stamp side down or detailed side down onto my paper, let that relax into its natural shape. And then I'm going to take my block to the stamp and pick that up. Oh, hey Kelly, how are you? Great to have you here. And hi Laurie, great to have you all the way from Ohio as well. All right, and then what we're going to do, oh, I don't think I've used these stamps before. I think these two, because this stamp set is fairly new to me. I haven't had it for very long, so some of these I haven't used yet. So it's always a good idea to give them a good clean and a stamp off on some scrap paper first before you use them. Because the photopolymer stamps, they come with a little bit of manufacturing oil on them and it tends to repel the ink. So sometimes always, it's a good idea to just clean them first before you use them. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to ink up these shells and I want to stamp them. Now let's see, how am I going to do this? Let's go like that. Yes, that's good. Nice and subtle. And I'm just going to do it in different angles. Keep moving this around so that it doesn't really look like it's a shaped stamp, like what would you call it, a crescent. Just stamp them. Now some of these we are going to be covering up, so it doesn't matter too much. But I wanted to show you a different way of how you can use these stamps even when they are shaped like this. So you can still use them as backgrounds. Actually, let's use that one. There we go. We'll pop another one up here. And might pop one of these little ones down here. There we go. So now we've created our little background. Okay, isn't that cute? All right, and that's just using the clear Versamark. Now, if you wanted to use smoky slate ink onto smoky slate cardstock, you could do that. You would get a heavier image. So what you might want to do is, once you ink up your stamp, is stamp it off onto scrap paper first, and then use the second generation image without re-inking your stamp to then stamp onto your cardstock, and just keep doing that. Ink it up, stamp it off, and then stamp on your cardstock, and that'll give you a softer finish. Okay, all right, so let's clean that stamp. Get that Versamark off straight away. Beautiful. All right, dry that off. Now we're going to stamp our sentiment, and I'm just going to use Memento ink, but for the sentiment, I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Pierce mat, because this will give me a little bit of cushioning underneath that photopolymer stamp, because these don't have any give to them, or not much give to them. And this just gives a little bit more give, and it will help you to get a much nicer finished stamped image, especially with a sentiment. So I like to test my new photopolymer sentiment stamps on some scrap paper first. That looks great. And of course, as you can see, I'm making a little thank you card for my customers. All right, so I'm going to stamp the thank you over this side, just like that. Okay, great. And then we can see the little seashells under there as well. All right, so let's give that one a clean. All right, and then we're going to attach that one, or adhere, I should say, that one, that grey piece, to the card there. Okay. There we go. So we'll just pop that across there. Now I should have used my grid paper to make sure that I got that straight. Let's pop a little piece of grid paper under there and just measure that on my grid paper and see if I got that lined up straight. Not too bad actually. There we go. All right, so let's press that down. All right, so that just helps to break up those two colors and covers up the join. I was going to use ribbon across there, but then I thought, oh, I want to show how to use those stamps and I want somewhere to put my sentiment. And so I thought I'd do it that way. Yes, and also the ribbon I was going to use was a little bit see-through, so you could kind of see the papers through it. All right, now before I attach this to the card, we'll finish the design just so I make sure that I'm happy with it before I attach it to the front of my card, in case I decide to do something else with ribbon, but we'll see how we go. I'll leave this here. All right, so we're going to take some thick basic white. And I'm using up some of my scraps. So let me grab my trimmer. We'll just cut some of these scraps down. Let's just go across here, I think. All right, we'll just use that piece. Now, I'm going to use my Stampin' Pierce mat again, actually, because I want to stamp that ocean scene. And I want to make sure that I get a good stamped image that we can then colour. All right, and the great thing with this one is I don't think it's going, like, this is the first time I've used this actual one out of the set. And I don't think we're going to need to do a whole heap of colouring, which will be great. Oh, now I should have checked to see where my punch was going to sit, if it's going to be able to get around all of that centered. Yes, that should be fine. Good. I should maybe stand it up a little bit higher, but that's okay. We got there. All right, so I'm going to color that before I punch it. You can do either, but I do find that for coloring, it is easier to have a larger piece to color. And then we can cut it down after we've colored it. And then that way it's just a bit easier to handle it when it's a little bit bigger. All right, so we'll let that ink just dry a little bit before we start to color. So while that's drying a little bit, I'll tell you about the colors that I've pulled out today. So I've got a little color chart here that I use, and I've got all of the colors of the Stampin' Blends on here. So I find this really handy to keep with me to then check the colors and what they're going to look like. So if you want more information about where to find this chart, then please send me a message and I would love to send you the link for that, because that's not something I designed. I got that from another demonstrator, but I'd be happy to refer you to get that from her blog. All right, so I have got, for the sun, I've got some Daffodil Delight. We might even want to add in a little bit of, let's see. Well, actually, the dark Daffodil Delight is a little bit sort of orangey anyway. So I think the two of those will coordinate really nicely together. I mean, you could throw in a little bit of pumpkin pie if you wanted to add a little bit of orange tones to the sun. We might let's grab some light pumpkin pie. We might chuck in a little bit of light pumpkin pie as well, okay? Then in the blues, what have I got here? I've got light Tahitian Tide. I've got light Azure Afternoon. I've got Balmy Blue, light and dark. What's this one? Oh, that's the dark Tahitian. And the dark Azure. There we go. So we've got Balmy Blue, Azure Afternoon, and Tahitian Tide. And they're all in the light and the dark. So I thought we might mix some of those colors together and yeah, see how we go. As I said, I haven't used this stamp before today, so yeah, so this should be fun. Alrighty, let's start with the sun, and I might add a little bit of the light pumpkin pie. And I might add that sort of around towards the top there, and maybe in here where the sun rays sort of shoot out. Then we'll add a little bit of the dark. Is this the dark? Dark. Yep, dark. Just inside that. And again, we'll add some streaks of the dark. In fact, I might change to the bullet tip. If you haven't seen our Stampin' blends before, these are the Stampin' Up alcohol markers, alcohol-based markers, and they blend just so beautifully. They make your coloring so easy. I love using them. They make you look like you're an artist, and believe me, I'm not. But they make it so easy. Now, the end of my one here is a little bit fluffy, so I might get my, I think I've got a new one. So this is my Light Daffodil Delight. So over time, when you use your markers, and particular ones seem to be softer. I don't know. I always find that the yellows seem to be softer, or maybe it's just my particular marker. I don't know. Maybe I've used it more. I've been a little bit heavy-handed with it, but my brush tip is getting a little bit fuzzy. So this is a great time with the seasonal sale coming up for me to replace those. But I think I already have a replacement one. Hang on a sec, let me grab. Yes, I do. I had bought one not long ago to replace that. What a shame. I didn't know about the seasonal sale before the weekend, so I could have waited and got it a bit cheaper during the seasonal sale, but that's okay. I'm sure there will be. That's better. See, that's a nice new one. And this is my well-loved one. Look at the difference. Let me put it down there. See my well-loved one? You can see I've used the yellow quite a bit there. It probably really wasn't softer. It was probably just that I used it so much. All right, so now we're going to blend those colors together. There we go. And then with the light rays, I'm going to go over them all with the yellow. And some of those that got a little bit thicker here, because I was using the wrong tip, that's okay. I'll just blend that in with the bullet tip. So yeah, so if you didn't notice, these markers are dual tip. So we've got the brush tip and then we've got the finer bullet tip. The bullet tip is great for coloring smaller details or finer details. Just blend down that pumpkin pie a little bit. There we go. We've got a really beautiful bright sunset or sunrise. It could be either, really, couldn't it? Let's just go over some of these a bit more. Just blend that out a little bit. There we go. This stamp set would be a great stamp set for a new stamper because you've got so many sentiments in there and you've got some imagery as well. And they're just really simple designs that are easy just to color either with Stampin' blends or Stampin' Write markers or, you know, whatever the preferred medium happens to be. All right, now let's have a little play with the azure and see what color. Let's do a little test. See what colors we get coming out of this. Just might mix some colors and see how we go. So the color of the DSP that I've used is the azure. So this one here, that is the azure afternoon. As I said, I'm no artist and I'm just playing with these colors to see what we end up with. I think I won't use the dark, so I might put that aside. And then we've got the Tahitian tide. So you can certainly color with complementary colors, or you can just color with the same color using the light and the dark. Just really up to you how you want to use your colors. All right, and then I might go over all of those with the light balmy blue, and I might use the brush tip and just blend those all down a little bit. I'm going to leave that bit white because that's the white foam as the wave is breaking. So I like using a circular motion to get a nice smooth finish, but the blends do dry really nicely and smoothly. You don't get those streaks like you do with like a water-based marker. Actually, this one's getting a little bit low too. I'll have to replace this one soon as well. Getting a little bit dry. So there we go. So just blend those. So we've got the 3 colours in there in the wave. So there we go. I think that's done. So that was easy. So we just ended up using the light of each of those colours. So the light Balmy, the light Tahitian, and the light, where's the other one? Getting them all mixed up now. Here we go. No, that's dark. Light, Azure Afternoon. There we go. We didn't use the dark ones. Okay, so there we go. So now we are ready to punch. Oh, hey, Glenda, how are you? Great to have you with us. All right, so now we're just going to line that up in our punch. So we'll just center that up. This is our 2 3/8 punch that comes as part of the bundle. So just line that up and punch that out. And punches are also great for new crafters because they don't need to have a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine or any of the other, you know, bigger tools. They can just use a punch. And circle punches are a great product to have in your stash. All right, so now one thing I wanted to remind everybody too is when you are coloring with Stampin' blends, because they are alcohol markers, they will absorb into the cardstock. Now I've used thick basic white, but you can see how they've come through to the back. So it's always good to protect your work surface when you're coloring with blends. So always use some scrap paper or some grid paper. And where you've blended color upon color, that's where you'll get the most absorption coming through. Okay, so just another little tip for you. All right, so then we're going to pop that up on dimensionals just there. Oh, that looks really great. That turned out so much better than I even thought it was going to. So I'm very happy with that. So we're going to pop that up on Stampin' Dimensionals. And in fact, I think I'm ready to, oh no, you know what I might do? I might add some twine because I think the twine goes really well with sort of the beachy theme. So this is the Baker's Twine Essential Pack. And in here you get 5 spools of like your basic colors. So you've got basic white, basic black, basic gray, oh no, smoky slate I think it is, very vanilla, and crumb cake. So I think we'll use some white because that will go with our color scheme. And I think what I'm going to do is wrap some around the bottom of here and tie a bow. We might go around a couple of times. Let's go around twice. Go around twice just under there. And I'm going to do that. That's why I said don't stick anything down until you are sure that you are finished creating on the front piece. And then we'll tie a little bow over this side, I think. All right, so let me trim off a length there. We'll tie a bow, and I've probably trimmed more than what I need, but I prefer to do that so that I have plenty to play with. So how does everybody go tying bows on their projects? They can be a bit tricky sometimes, can't they? Sometimes they like to muck up on us a little bit. Might even go for a larger bow today. Except this one's wanting to be a bit curly-whirly. So let's see if we can just coax him to straighten out a little bit. There we go. Love that. And then, so that's okay if they crisscross over. I do like my twine to crisscross over a little bit too. but you can have it straight if you want to. Have that little bow hanging down there like that. A little bit like rope, you know, at the beach. This one just wants to keep twisting, doesn't it? Come on. Be good. Behave. There we go. And then they do have a mind of their own, Glenda. Yes, they definitely do. All right, and then we can add our little focal image just there. So I'm going to use up the edges of my dimensionals because, let me remind you to use the edges of your dimensionals, because sometimes I think people forget about them, and they are just fantastic usable pieces that we don't want to waste. So I like to chop mine into usable pieces, and these little pieces in between each of these bigger pieces, I like to save them and use them when I'm adhering smaller pieces like stems of flowers or something like that. They come in very handy then. All right, so then we'll pop our dimensionals on here, and let's pop one in the middle. I didn't aim those very well because I wasn't using my Take Your Pick tool. Normally I adhere them using my Take Your Pick tool. I'll remove my backings using my Take Your Pick tool just by stabbing that into the backing and lifting that off. And then we can pop that here and go over this way a little bit. Oh, I didn't check where my sentiment was. I mean, where my twine was when I attached that, but that's okay. There we go. And then now that's ready to go on our card front. So we'll get some more of those dimensionals. This time I will use my Take Your Pick tool just to make sure. I just realized I've overlapped that DSP a little bit there. I've gone up a little bit high with that. So let me just see if I'm still going to have my border. Yep, that'll still be okay. If that was going to affect the border, like having a nice border on there, I would have just trimmed that off with my snips, but I think it's going to be fine. I just popped that up a little bit too high. Oh. There we go. Now I'll cut some of these edge pieces because I'll use some of those as well. There we go, and we'll pop some in the middle as well, just to support the middle, because we don't want any saggy. Oh, and I missed over here as well. So let's put some there. So it looks really messy on the back with all those cut up bits and pieces, but nobody's going to see that. So it's all good. So take those backings off. Oops. Hi, Dimity, how are you? Great to have you with us today. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Kelly said lovely. Me too. Is that talking about the backings on the dimensionals, Kelly? I missed that. I didn't look up at the right time what the reference was. Yeah. So is anyone crafting along with me today? I forgot to ask you about that. I might actually just burnish that with my bone folder. So this is just basic white card base. You could use thick white if you wanted a thicker card base, but I usually add layers to mine, so it makes it thicker anyway. There we go. We're just going to add that into the center there. Oops, haven't got that lined up. Oh, my dimensionals are sticking already. Okay, I think I've fixed it. There we go. There we go. Oh, you're crafting too. Yay! Oh, and using the sides of your dimensionals, Kelly. Yes. Yeah, we don't want to waste them, do we? Like, they're good usable pieces. How cute is that looking already? In fact, we could have had a coloured background. That would have looked really great on a coloured background. Maybe even one of those blues that we used in there would have been great on the background, but that's okay. We've stuck that down now, so it's all good. All right, now we need to bling it up. Oh, you like my color choice, Rose? Fantastic. Oh, that's good. I'm so glad. Hey, Brenton, how are you? All right, now look, I've got some gorgeous blue bling that just happened to be on top there. These are the Tinsel Gem 4-pack. I think we might go with that blue bling. What do you reckon? I've got so much bling in here. Look, I've got 2 thick cases of all the different bling. But this one just happened to be on the top. So let's not complicate it today. Let's grab what's on top. So I haven't used many of these yet, really. Oh, look, we've got yellow in there too. I think that yellow is the lighter yellow. That's the oh my goodness, I've gone blank. What is it called? Lemon Lolly. That's the one, Lemon Lolly. But we might use the blue today, I think. Let's see now. Where will we pop these? Let's pop them up here near the. Maybe if we put them near the sentiment. Near the focal image, so that we've kind of got everything clustered up here. And we can put another one. Perhaps we put a. Will we do it? Will we put a blue one up here on the yellow? How will that look? Let's see. Oh, that's not too bad actually. That sort of brings it in. Oh, we could put it over here maybe too. Hang on, let's see. I didn't push it on too tight yet, hopefully. There we go. We put it over here. Oh, I don't mind it there too. Or you could go in here. Do you do this as well? Fiddle with your bling forever and ever. And oh, I like it there actually. I like it there. There we go. So just a little bit of bling. You can go crazy with the bling. Just always remember to have an odd number of your bling, whether it be 3, 5 or 7. And that will give you a nice balance. There you go. So let's have a look at the 2 cards together now. You always fiddle with your bling too, Kelly. Yes, I know. Sometimes that placement of the bling is just so tricky, isn't it? Looks very sunny and bright, Rose said. Yeah, that's what I was going for. So that's great. I'm glad that comes through. Awesome. And you know what? These are not colors that I typically play with. I don't play a lot with, I do bright sometimes, but I'm more sort of natural tones. Oops. But putting those 2 together, the blue and the yellow, is not something I would normally do. But there you go. So see that simple design. What I did with this one is I just made this strip a little bit wider. On this card, it's 2.5 centimeters. On this one, it's 3 centimeters. I made this piece a little bit taller so that they met together. These 2 have a gap, and then I put the strip over the top of the gap. But the reason I did this was because I was going to add ribbon across them, so I didn't want the gap. But then I ended up changing it anyway and putting cardstock. So yeah, you can really change it up however you like. All right. Oh, thank you, Glenda. Thank you, Rose. Yeah, really simple, easy, and you don't need much to do that with. Pack of papers, some bling, a stamp set. I mean, and I had the twine as well. So if we look at everything that I had, I did use some blends, some Stampin blends. So these are, let's move that one out of the way. These are the products that I used. So I had my 2 ink pads, my Versamark, and they're staple ones too that are in most people's stash. Let's just pop the twine back in there. So I had my blends, my twine, I had that, my DSP pack, which I love these DSP packs in the color combinations because you can just do so much with them. So we had that, the bling, and then the stamp set. So they're the products that I used. There you go. So kind of minimal products that probably a lot of you would have in your stash. Even if you didn't have those colors, you might have different colors that you can just, you know, mix and match. So yeah, there you go. Now I've got time still to show you very quickly how to put together one of those little pockets for your nail files. So I've got a packet of nail files here that I found in, where did I get them from now? My local, you know, like $2 shop. Let's pull out the one that looks like it's got mermaid scales on it, or fish scales on it. Now, it might not necessarily match with the papers, but how about if we use some papers that coordinate with our thank you card? So we need a piece of 6 by 6. So let's see, what have we got? Have we got any more of that Azure Afternoon? Oh, I do, look. And I've got it in the other patterns too. So we could use a different pattern. Let's go with a different pattern. All right, now I need my trimmer, and I've got a little template here as well. I'll just move my card out of the way for the moment. Because with Christmas coming up, we need little gifts. Now this is a great little stocking filler gift. Now I'm not creating it in Christmas colors today or in Christmas papers, but you certainly can. Okay, so I'm just doing it to match the card today, but yeah, change it up and use your Christmas papers and make a little Christmas gift. Okay, so we need a piece of 6 by 6 designer series paper. Now this is super easy to create this. Let me think which is going to be my front. I think that's going to be my front. That's going to be the inside. So I'm going to turn it face up. Okay, so that's the part that I want to be the outside or the front. This is going to be the inside, so I'm turning it this way up. Wait, is that going to be right? Hang on a sec. No, the other way around. This is going to be, yes, this is going to be the outside or the front. So we want that side up. Let me get that right. Okay. Oh, goodness. All right. So we are going to be doing these measurements in inches. So on our Stampin' Up! Trimmer, normally here in Australia, we work in metric, which is centimeters at the top there. But for this one, this is going to be in inches. Okay. I don't have the conversion in centimeters, but I guess I could probably work it out. But let's go in inches. So we're using this measurement. So we're going to score this at 1.5 inches, which is, it's actually 3.8 centimeters. All right, so we're going to score that. Then we're going to move it along. We're going to go over here to 3 inches, which is 7.6 centimeters. And we're going to score. Then we're going to go across to 4.5 inches, which is 11.4 centimeters. And we're going to score again. Okay. So we just have the 3 score lines. Now they're very hard to see here on camera because we've got such patterned papers. Hang on a sec. Just putting everything down over here so that I can, oh, hang on a minute. I need to move a few things. Just a sec. There we go. Okay. All right. So now we're going to, so that's going to be our front. We're going to flip it over upside down. Now that second score line, so we've got a score line there and a score line there. And I know you can't see it on camera, but I'm feeling it with my finger. Okay. We're going to go to that second score line there, and we are folding this piece down until it is just, actually let me go this way, until it is just meeting up with that score line. Now we don't want to fold it over the score line. It's got to be just meeting or just stop just short of that score line. Okay, and then we're going to fold it. So it's going to be like that, and then we'll grab our bone folder and we'll burnish. Okay. Then we're going to take this bottom corner, and this one's going to fold up to just the first score line. Okay, so again, don't let it fold over the score line. You just want to be just on that outside edge of that score line. Okay, there we go. Now, I like to put a little bit of glue or adhesive under this part here. So I'm just going to use a little bit of seal under this bit, just to hold that bit down there. And then we simply just fold. Actually, I should have told you to fold the score lines first. I forgot about that bit. That's okay. This can be a test one. So yes, we should have folded it on the score lines first, but if you haven't, that's okay too. You can still do it at this point. Sorry, I was jumping ahead there. All right, so then we're going to fold that in, fold that bit over, and then fold that bit over. Now, if you get a little bit of buckling, which I was finding I was getting to when I was making these for my team, I just burnished these ones down while this flap was still open. Okay, we haven't added adhesive yet, we're coming to that. And then fold that bit over, but you might need to shimmy it back just a tad to eliminate that, because it depends on how close you've done that corner fold. And I've probably done mine just a little bit too close to the fold, the score line, I should say. There we go. Okay. All right, so then what we're going to do is we're going to add our adhesive. So we've now got it all nicely folded. And normally what you would have done is you would, while that was still open, before you did the corners, is fold each of those score lines. I just forgot that step, but it still works. Okay. So now we're going to add some adhesive along. Which parts did I add adhesive now? I forget. Here and here. There was a reason why we didn't add it all the way. Oh no, I think we did. All the way across the bottom, I think. Or was it there and then? Oh yeah, it only needs to be really these two panels, but you can put it all the way across if you want to, but it only really needs to be these two panels so that they stick closed, so that when you put your, wait, hang on. Hang on. What did I do? What did I do? Oh, I forgot a corner. That top corner. I was thinking, wait, that's not looking right. We're missing a fold. That's all right. We haven't put the adhesive down yet. It was this corner at the top too. This one has to also fold. Oh my goodness. See, when I made these for my team, I did these like a couple of weeks ago and I've already forgotten. There we go. Okay, so let's start again. I've already glued this one, so pretend I haven't glued that one. Okay, so we've got our 6x6 piece of cardstock. We've got our 3 score lines. You're going to fold this top right-hand corner down to the score line. You're going to fold the top left-hand corner over to the 1, 2 second score line. Okay. And then this bottom left-hand corner gets folded up to that first score line. All right, and then it's all going to fold over. And then you're going to have the little pocket. Now that's right. Now that's right. Hey, Martha. Oh, you've been busy. You'll catch the replay tonight. All right, no worries, Martha. Thank you for popping in. So now we've got our little pocket created there. Okay. All right. So now we need to add our adhesive. Now let me just going to double check. Yes, that's right. So the adhesive needs to go across the very bottom of the 2 panels that are on the right hand side. If you're concerned, you can go all the way across. You can go across all 3, but you really only need to go across these 2. Let's get the tape scissors and trim that there. And the reason I'm using tear and tape for this is because the glue can be a bit oozy, and I don't want my nail file to get caught on the glue when I put that in the pouch. All right, so then we're going to adhere that, fold that one over and adhere that. And then we want to put a little bit of adhesive under this part here to adhere that bit down there. I hope this is all making sense. Okay, so take the backing off there, fold that over, wrap that around and adhere that there and give everything a good press. And now we have a little pouch for a nail file. And then you can decorate that up however you like. So you might like to decorate it up. We probably haven't got time to decorate it up today. But I will decorate that up maybe with a little bit of the yellow DSP, a little sentiment, maybe a smaller circle, maybe from one of my dies, or you could use a label on there. You could use a coordinating piece of the DSP and just wrap a piece around if you wanted to. Let's see. You could wrap a piece of that around and create a belly band. I'd probably have it a bit thinner than that. But yeah, you could do that and then just put a little sentiment or something on there. Like, you can decorate it up however you like. They are very quick and easy to make. I made several of these for Onstage. Once I'd made the first one, like, I just went bang, bang, bang and just did them really, really quickly. But as I said, today I'm a little bit rusty because it's been a couple of weeks. But there we go. So we've got a nice little gift and a cute little card to go with it. So how cute is that? There you go. And of course, with the insert in the card, because it's a white card base, you can leave that just as it is and stamp a sentiment or write your greeting in there. Or if you want to do layers, you could do a couple of coloured layers. I'll probably add some coloured layers that coordinate with these two. Maybe I'll do a blue and then another white layer just to make it a bit nicer. You can do a little bit of stamping on the inside, stamp on your coordinating envelope. Like, just make it a really lovely little, you know, little set and a lovely little gift. So there you go. Ah, you like that idea, Glenda? Great. That's great. Good, good, good. Brenton said, oh, yes, I'm just scrolling back up. Yeah, Brenton said he always fiddles with the bling as well until, yeah. It takes a while sometimes to get it right, doesn't it? Hey, always in a triangle. Yes. Yes. Usually if you're using 3, it kind of ends up in a triangle unless you're doing a straight line. And then, yeah, you kind of don't want to do that again. You kind of don't want to do that, like have it in a straight line. Oh, well, it depends. Sometimes you can have, like, if I was going to do a straight line on this one, I would probably do like a straight line across the bottom and maybe have 3 or have 3 down the side or something. But I do prefer aesthetically to have, like, as you say, the triangle with the 3. Yeah. Oh, you have to watch again getting ready for dinner at the same time. No worry, Rose. Yeah, but these are just great. I love these little pockets. You might find other things you can put in there too. Maybe, I don't know, a nice pen. Oh, pen might be a little bit thick. Pen might be a little bit thick. Maybe a thinner nice pencil or something. Maybe a nice, like if you had a fancy pencil. This one's a bit long though. Yeah, it might be a bit short for a pencil. I don't know. Maybe you can find some other things to put in there. Ruler. What about a bone folder? A bone folder will fit. There you go. That's a nice gift for a bone folder. Nice little pocket for a bone folder. It's about the same size actually. There you go. So I'm sure you'll find other things that you can use this for as well. All right, I'm going to tip the camera up and stop talking. Because I love to have a chat, you know. But let me tip the camera up so I can say goodbye to you all and let you get on with your evening. So here we go. You know, and when we're crafting, that's part of it, isn't it? Having a chat, having a little natter and enjoying each other's company. It's all part of the crafting experience. Am I on the roof? No, I'm not. Oh, I wasn't sure if that flipped then. But did that flip? Oh, wrong one. There we go. I knew one of them hadn't flipped properly. Let me fix that light. There we go. Alrighty. Well, thank you all so much for joining me today. It was so great to have you with me, and I hope you picked up a couple of little tips there, just using very basic, you know, supplies. You can make really cute little things. Cute little card, cute little gift. So thank you all so much for joining me. Now remember, we've got the, where's my brochure now? Oh, here it is. My little flyer, I should say. It's not a brochure, it's a flyer. We've got the seasonal sale starting tomorrow. So check that out if you are looking to save some money and you want to get some discounts on your annual catalogue papers. We've got ribbons, trims, ink pads, refills, markers, blends, they're on special, papers, cardstock, special paper, DSP. So everything, I think everything I've used except the bling today will be on special tomorrow. So there you go. So if you love that and you want to get any of those products, then they will be on special tomorrow because they were all from the annual catalogue. Yeah, except for the bling. The bling isn't part of the special. It's only the ribbons and trims, not the bling. So there you go. All right, yay, good. Thank you so much. Oh, you like my pin? My little turtle brooch. Is that what you're referring to, Kelly? Yeah, this is an Erstwilder brooch. It's from the can't remember the name of the collection. It was a Sea Life collection, and I got several different brooches, and I got some for my daughter as well, because my daughter is she has a degree in marine biology and zoology, but she works at SeaWorld, and so I bought her a dolphin, a dugong, because she used to be a dugong keeper here in Sydney before she moved up to Queensland. What else did I get her? I got her a seal key ring as well, I think. Oh, and penguins, because she used to be a penguin keeper as well. She's worked with so many different beautiful animals, and still does up there in SeaWorld. So yeah, I got her a whole heap, and I got myself some as well because I love them too. So yeah, just lots of fun. And my little starfish earrings, which coordinate with the collection. So yeah. Oh yes, you were talking about my turtle. Yeah, so this is a little tip the camera down. It's a little green sea turtle. Super cute. Yeah, you can see him there. I need to give him a name. Actually, what was Brooke's favorite turtle back here in Sydney that she used to look after? Dotty. I should call it Dotty. But she has got dots. This one has actually got dots on it. I should call it Dotty because that was her favorite. All right. Well, have a great week, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a fantastic week and you get some crafting in there somewhere. And I look forward to seeing you all again next week. So remember, we've got the seasonal sale tomorrow. Those of you who are demonstrators, remember, we can take advantage of that sale as well as get our discount. So if you would like more information about being able to do that, if you're not yet a demonstrator, please have a chat with me, and I'd love to give you more information about how you can join Stampin' Up and my beautiful team and become part of our crafting community and get some amazing discounts and specials on your Stampin' Up products. Remember to check out my online store via my blog or my website. Also too, while you're over there on my blog, if you're not yet subscribed to my newsletter, feel free to subscribe because I keep everybody up to date with everything. In fact, I've got to send out a newsletter tonight to let everybody know about the sale tomorrow, or that's starting tomorrow. What else did I need to tell you about? If you need catalogs, let me know. I've got request forms for catalogs. And yes, thank you all for joining me. If you're not yet following me here on Facebook, or if you are not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, because I will put this video over on YouTube, then please subscribe there as well. I will put all of the links in the description of this video once I finish uploading this, and I think that's everything. So have a great week, everyone. I look forward to seeing you all again next Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, and I hope you all have a great crafty week. Happy crafting, everyone. Bye.